Hey everyone, I'm Anne. Welcome to another mini episode of the Let's Get Naked podcast. Today we are going to be talking about discipline equaling self-love. Let me tell you something that sounds completely backwards until you actually understand it. Putting yourself first is not selfish. It's the highest form of self-love, and it's the foundation of every healthy relationship you'll ever have. People think discipline is about punishment. No, discipline is devotion. It's saying, I love myself enough to do the things that keep me healthy, grounded, sane, and emotionally regulated. Because here's the naked truth. You can't show up fully for anyone, not your spouse, not your kids, not your friends, when you're depleted, resentful, exhausted, or running on fumes. Self-abandonment is not noble. Martyrdom is not intimacy. Burnout is not a personality trait. When you take care of you first, your energy rises. Your patience expands, your bandwidth increases. You become a better partner because you're not drowning internally. Discipline is self-love. Self-love is stability. Stability is what makes great relationships possible. You want deeper connection? Start by putting your oxygen mask on first. It's not selfish, it's strategy. I'm here with my person, Cameron, today, who agreed to come chat with me about all of the things. So this mini-series that we're doing is about the naked truth, about happily ever after, which has been a fun one to record, and this is our last episode of that. So tell me what you know or think about discipline and self-love and not the spanking kind.
Yeah. It's difficult, right? We're brought up, maybe not brought up, conditioned maybe is the better term for it. I feel like most people are conditioned to give, right? To sacrifice.
Mm-hmm.
And it seems to me that there's some sort of value that's associated with, putting your own needs first, or putting your own needs aside so that you can deal with, everything else that's important, your family, your job, whatever it is that's important to you in life. You tend to prioritize those over yourself, and it's somehow noble, right? And it's, I don't know where that came from, but
Stop
yeah, please stop. Whoever
it's terrible.
It's
terrible.
horrible. It's horrible. But it's super important, right? You can't freely give of yourself if there's nothing there to give, right?
Yeah.
And so you have to be able to have enough discipline to say no a lot of times, to allow yourself the time and to allow yourself the freedom to be able to take care of yourself, right? You have to have that self-care before you can be of any good to anyone else, right?
I'm watching everyone at my table of life right now really kind of prioritize themselves in a different way than they realized needed to happen. And it's something that has been a big project for me as well, because I was raised in the same, with the same conditioning that for some reason selflessness is celebrated. And as long as I'm completely empty, laying on the floor, like I've done a great job as a mom and a wife and all the things. And it's like, no, that's backwards.
And now you're crumbled laying on the floor.
Exactly.
What good are you to anyone?
Absolutely. So it's funny because the whole, flight attendant airline situation always comes to mind for this. Is even they know, even American Airlines knows that you got to put your mask on first before you can fucking help anybody else.
And that's saying something.
And it is, but it's like, think about that. Think about, okay, you're traveling with a child.
Sure.
And your instinct is going to be to help them with their mask first, right? And that's just your gut.
Right.
You need to go against that
Right.
to recondition yourself to put your own mask on first, because they can wait for just a second. But if you wait for just a second trying to fucking help everybody else, you're not good to anybody.
Right.
So for me, that has been, I think, probably one of the hardest reprogrammings that I've had to do, is to really say, I'm putting myself first. And when I made that commitment to myself and then also started taking action to back that up, it felt terrible, because it was, I'm putting myself first before anyone else. And this was maybe a couple of years ago. So I have some receipts over the last, 3 or 4 years. And what I will tell you is it has been the best thing I've ever done in my life, because now I give freely from my abundance and from my overflow instead of, resentful giving out of the bottom of a fucking broken cup where I'm keeping
that resentful giving
it's terrible.
It's poison.
It is poison, and you keep score with invisible ink.
You do.
And the whole thing is a fucked up deal that we all need to fucking open our eyes to and understand that this is not how it's supposed to be. Let's be real. Life doesn't come with a manual. but it does come with chaos. I wrote this book because I got tired of drowning in everyone else's noise and needed a way to fix my own shit. This isn't some sugar-coated self-help nonsense. It's raw, it's honest, and it's packed with tools that actually work in the middle of real life. If you're ready to stop playing small, take back your energy, and get unapologetically you again, this book is your playbook. You can pick up your copy of the Life Hack Playbook on Amazon or on our podcast website, letsgetnakedpodcast.com. So even though it feels selfish to do that, especially I think as moms, because moms get pulled at from 100 different angles, right? So to understand that what you're passing down to your daughters and to your sons by still continuing with this old programming, right? You're running Windows 95, that software still, right? And it's 2025. So fucking do an update and realize that that's not where it's at. Just because that was the behavior that was modeled by your mom or by your parents, we're not doing that anymore. That's actually not where it's at. Take care of yourself first. Be disciplined, and being disciplined, like I said in the intro, it's not punishment. Discipline is loving yourself enough to say, I'm going to honor my word to myself. Right? I think that's very dangerous when people say that they're going to do something and then don't honor their own word to themselves. That's the first one that they break so that they can keep a commitment to someone else that isn't even as important. Like you're the most important person on this planet that you're here to take care of. Get curious about that. Get curious about what makes you tick and what you want and all of the things. And I know that sounds wildly, far-fetched and crazy, but I'm telling you, I have receipts to prove that. And everyone at my table of life will tell you they prefer this version of me. Would you agree? I mean, seriously, it's wild because it's like you can ask every one of our kids, every one of our friends, every one of our employees, every one of all of the things. Everyone says this version of me is better, and this version of me is the selfish version that is disciplined and takes care of me first. I eat first. Right? In the best, not in like this, nobody else gets to eat. But if if my cup is overflowing, I get to share that with everybody out of a free spirit. Instead of dragging ass through life, giving out rotten fucking blown out dried Skittles that I pulled from the fucking gutter.
You picked them out of the couch.
Exactly, picked them out of the couch, and that's what I'm
Here's
giving
what you
out.
Get, right?
I'm handing out like soft, fucking
fresh out of the microwave.
Here's a pro tip for anybody who loves Skittles: put them in the microwave just for like 20 seconds. But that's the kind of Skittles I'm handing out now because I'm taking care of myself first. So that's the takeaway.
Absolutely.
Put your own fucking mask on first, and if that means taking 10 minutes to read, like if you're stuck in a place where you don't know what I'm talking about, do something that feels good just for you.
Go to the gym.
Go
climb a mountain.
Go sit in the parking lot in the gym and cry if you need to, without the kids fucking.
I recommend you going inside just personally.
Well, I'm just saying, like that's a real thing that I just don't think people realize, and moms think that they're triaging and investing in themselves by laying at the end of the day and doom scrolling. That's not taking care of yourself, ladies. That's not taking care of yourself.
No, it's not. And the other part of that is too. It goes back to one of the earlier minis that we recorded today. Was God, and then I lost it. So just that quickly. But it goes back to.
Still gone. Do you want me to jump in now?
Yeah, go ahead.
No, I'll keep talking and maybe it'll come back for you. But putting yourself first and understanding that, having that conversation with your partner or your spouse or the people that are at your table of life and saying, I'm going to try this new thing and just see how this goes. I'm going to, before I try to even give anything to anyone else, I'm going to try to make certain that my cup is fucking, the cracks are filled and that I'm actually giving from a place that feels like I need to. Because a yes to other people is a no to you. And when you really understand that and realize that you shouldn't be saying yes to other people, you don't have that to give. Unless you're giving from an abundant cup and you're giving from overflow, say no. It's okay to say no to things.
It is.
And then triage your own situation so that you get to a place where you are giving from that. And what does that look like? Who cares? It can look like any different number of things for you. For me, it's taking time to read, taking time by myself, going and doing things that make, are enjoyable to me. And then I'm able to give to other people, not out of obligation, but out of because I want to, because I want to take care of them because I'm coming from such a great place.
For sure.
Did you come get your thing back or
no? I didn't. So
you didn't? Okay.
No.
Well, then that's all we're going to say about that.
That's good.